Hey everyone, so I just kind of wanted to share something with everyone that's about to do either a barn door that's going to do like an X pattern on it, or this also works for gated fences, the wooden fence where you have to do like the reinforcement. What I did is I took an offcut from one of these pieces of scrap wood, butted it up against this part right here. So you can see it there, it's butted up against that. Make sure it's obviously flush to this board also. And then I did a scribe line. I did the same thing for that side, buttered it up, did the scribe line. And I ended up marking the halfway point of this board. It's 3.5 inches wide. So I just marked half of that, which is 1 3/4 inches. I made sure that little line is pretty close to this middle section here, and it's gonna be the same on that side. Mark the halfway point and then just make sure it's pointed at the very corner where those two boards intersect. Then once I did that, took a little bit of a CA glue and glued it up to this board. Now what that allows me to do is, without doing any kind of or measuring or any kind of anything extra, I just turn the board over, it's glued up, see, and this gives me my angled cuts. So all I have to do is I make sure I cut to this and cut to this. You can either do this with a handsaw, or if you want, you can just mark it with pencil, and that pretty much gives you your cut lines for this board. See, that's all I have to cut off on this side, and then same thing over here. Just cut, see, these angles that are showing on this board. And that gives me my two perfect angles. So all I have to do is make sure I cut to those lines. When I flip it over, it should fit perfectly on both sides. So there are both cuts. What I can do is turn it over. And there you go. Fits perfectly, without having to do any kind of extra measuring or anything. It's pretty much right on the money. And then it would be the same for this crossbar. I'm gonna take this one off, put the other one across, do the same exact thing I just did, and that'll give me both cuts. And then when I cut it, put it down, put this board on top of it like this, and then that'll give me my two cuts for this middle part. That's if you're gonna do an X pattern. Well, hopefully that helps. See you guys.